Okay, so I'm coming up on about 3 months now since I've been using my Samsung Galaxy S25 Ultra. And in this video, I kind of just want to update you guys on how the phone has been holding up for me since I started using it. And I'll try to keep it short and sweet for you guys here. Overall, it's been a great phone to use. I've really been enjoying my experience. Now, there are a few things that I feel do need improvement on this device, things that need fixing, and things I have noticed, or at least one major thing I have noticed since using it. But like I said, overall, it has still been a great device. So first off, let me talk about the durability of this device because I have had a few accidental drops with the case, without a case, with the screen protector, without a screen protector. So all of the drops that happened with the case, I mean, the phone is still perfectly fine. I didn't get any damage from those falls. I did have 2 drops without a case, but with a screen protector. And surprisingly, no damage happened to, at least, to the outside of my device. No damage happened to my phone. I mean, it still looks brand new. I don't notice any physical damage. And with the display, I have been using it without a screen protector for the past 2 weeks because I really miss that whole anti-glare feature that we get with this display right here. I mean, it just makes the experience of viewing things on this phone just so much better. You don't get so much reflection, so much glare like you do with other devices. So beautiful looking display because of that. But surprisingly, over these past 2 weeks of not having a screen protector, I don't notice any type of micro scratching or any type of scratches at all. I mean, the display still looks brand new. And usually within about maybe even it can even be the first day of having this device without a screen protector, there is always that opportunity to accidentally get some type of micro scratch on your display, whether it's in your pocket, bag, or just setting it down on a table flat down. There's always that risk of scratching up your display. But surprisingly, I mean, I've tried to be careful. I'll be honest with you guys. I'm not just being careless and throwing my phone around without a screen protector. No, I have been trying to be careful, but surprisingly, it is still looking brand new. Now, I still continue to use the in-display fingerprint sensor to unlock my phone. I mean, it still works great, super fast. It is accurate 100% of the time for me. And then that leads me into the actual performance of the device. I mean, it's still running like a boss. I mean, it's still pretty much a new phone. 3 months later, you should still expect it to run like it's brand new. And with that Snapdragon chipset that we're getting in this device, I mean, it just has it running great. It doesn't matter if I'm just simply scrolling through the device, if I'm, scrolling through social media or playing games, it's handling it all really, really good for me. And I can enjoy playing games without worrying about any type of lag or latency happening. So performance has been great. Now, battery life is kind of, I don't know. Honestly, I'm kind of back and forth. This is one thing I noticed where battery life for me isn't as consistent as it was when the phone was brand new. Even through the learning stages, of this phone, just adapting to my usage, battery life getting better and all that. For me, it's kind of back and forth. Some days I'll have, my battery life, going really good for me and it will get me through the entire day, sometimes super late into the night. And sometimes I notice the battery start to drain just a little bit faster than, other days. So I'm not really sure what's going on there. And if you remember from some of my past videos, I was using a different Galaxy S25 Ultra. I did notice it happening with that device. So I decided to switch over to this one right here to see if, I would see any difference in battery life, if it would perform the same or different. And I noticed it's still pretty much the same. Sometimes I'll get really good battery life and sometimes I will get just okay battery life. I mean, still good, like it'll still get me through my day, just not late into the night. I'll find myself needing to throw it on the charger if I do want to get later into the night. But, I will say that I use my phone for everything. I don't have a computer or laptop right now. So this is, running the whole YouTube channel that you guys are seeing right now. It's doing everything for me, editing my videos, thumbnails, anything you can think of. And so that might play a factor into why the phone dies a lot faster than, it might for someone else. But I mean, this has always been my usage with every smartphone that I have. You see what I'm saying? So not really sure what's going on there. Hopefully Samsung will push out an update to improve battery life once again. Like I said, it's not super bad. It's not horrible. It's not trash or anything like that. I just noticed it's not consistent for me, if that makes sense. Now, there is one feature that I keep forgetting is not there anymore when you compare it to last year's Galaxy S24 Ultra. And yes, that has to do with the S Pen, and that is the Bluetooth capabilities of the S Pen, because I was one in the bunch that did use that Bluetooth capability, the Bluetooth feature when it came to the S Pen on the S24 Ultra. I'd set my phone up, walk away and start my video, take my photo or whatever it is that I do with the S Pen. And I've done that a few times with my S25 Ultra and like, why isn't it taking the photo? I'm like, oh my goodness, okay, I forgot it doesn't have that feature. So, you know, then I have to set up a timer on the camera because at the moment I don't have a Galaxy Watch. I don't have a Galaxy Ring to double tap the finger and take the photo or video. So yeah, unfortunately, I keep forgetting that that feature is not there. Now I'm starting to remember, okay, you can't use your S Pen for that. Set up a timer and then do what you got to do. So that's kind of one thing that gets annoying here and there is like, I keep forgetting, but that's just something that I still need to learn to deal with. But hopefully Samsung will bring it back in the future because I know there's a lot of other people that do miss that feature as well. Now, when it comes to the cameras in the back, I have been enjoying the cameras here on the Galaxy S25 Ultra. Now, when it comes to photos, I've been able to capture some great, beautiful shots with the cameras on this device, whether I'm using the main lens, ultra wide, the 3x telephoto lens, the 5x telephoto lens, I am able to get some great photos. But, yes, there is a but. I notice sometimes when I'm using the telephoto lens and I'm trying to get a picture of something for some reason, it doesn't happen all the time, but there are moments where it will just not focus on the subject that I am trying to take a photo of. Even if I'm tapping on it multiple times, trying to get it to focus on it, sometimes it just will not. And it only happens with certain things. Like there was a really beautiful bird that I saw on my walk. It had like a mixture of like blue and red color to it with a little bit of white. It was really, really beautiful looking bird. I'm like, I gotta get a picture of this. And I tried zooming in on it. I believe I was using the 5x telephoto lens and I zoomed in just a little bit more, I think around 8 times. And it just would not focus on the bird for some reason. It would focus on the branch and the leaves that it was sitting on, but it would just not focus on that bird. And honestly, I was getting super annoyed at that point because it didn't matter which angle I was at, it would just not focus on it for some reason. And there are other times where it focuses really good, you know, just like I said, depending on what the subject is that I'm trying to take a photo of. But I mean, other than that, I've still been able to get some great shots when it comes to photos. And then with video, I do actually really love the videos that I get from the cameras on the Galaxy S25 Ultra right here. As some of you may know, I've actually been using this device to record a lot of the videos that you guys see here on the channel. If I'm not using my camera, I am using my Galaxy S25 Ultra. I really like the videos that much. I think stabilization is great. I think just the overall video quality is really good. Even with the front-facing camera, it's decent. I would say when it gets closer to dark, then the video camera quality is not that great when it comes to the front-facing camera. At night, things have improved, I feel like, when you compare it to last year's Galaxy S24 Ultra. So just the overall video quality has been good. But like I said, when it gets later into the night, that's when you will see the quality kind of drop a bit. Now, there are 2 other kind of annoying things that happen to me with this device. I don't know if it happens to everyone else. Now, I have mentioned one of these in a previous video before, and that is using voice to text in Twitter, whether it's, you know, leaving a comment or whatever, or in the Twitter direct messages. Trying to use that voice to text, it just does not work for me at all. I've tried updating the app. I've tried uninstalling and reinstalling the app. I've tried so many different things and it just does not work for me. I don't know what's going on. And then every once in a while when I use Snapchat, because yes, I still have Snapchat. I have, you know, other friends on there that, you know, we talk every once in a while on there or send each other just, you know, dumb, funny videos. But on Snapchat, for some reason, the gestures just do not work correctly at all. I try to go back and it acts as it's going to go back, but then the screen comes back to snap. I don't know, you can see right here on the B-roll what is happening, but yes, this happens to me every single time, and it is just super, super annoying, to be honest with you. So I don't know if it's an update that needs to come within the Snapchat app or maybe the Galaxy S25 Ultra itself. I don't know what side it's on, but that's something that happens all the time. So now what I'll usually do is just swipe up and just exit out of the app entirely, and then, you know, go back in if I need to go back in and do whatever it is I was trying to do or go back from it. So yeah, just another little annoyance there. Now, I never thought I'd be saying this, but some of my favorite features on the Galaxy S25 Ultra right here have to do with just the whole AI. I mean, you can really tell that Samsung put a lot of work into the AI features here on the Galaxy S25 Ultra. And what I like using a lot is just Gemini in general, just being able to, you know, press and hold the power button and it brings up Gemini and you can just start talking to it like a regular person and it'll talk back to you, give you the information that you want. I use it to help me out a lot with my emails because I get tons of emails every single day. You know, having a YouTube channel, I get companies reaching out to me all the time and I like my replies to sound nice and professional. You know, I can write up my own email, but it doesn't always sound the best. So I'll use Gemini to revise it for me, make it sound a little professional with still keeping it nice and natural. And it works great. It always, gives me a great revision of my email that I wrote out. So it's nice being able to use Gemini for that and just for tons of other things. But another AI feature that I love using with the Galaxy S25 Ultra right here is the generative edit. Now this takes me back to photos. When I take a really good photo, there's a photo that I really like the way it came out and just everything, but you know what, there's just something in there that I don't want in the photo, or maybe something that I want more focus on and I want to enlarge it. So, to put more focus on that object, generative edit just does such a great job at taking things out of a photo and, replacing it with something else. And it looks natural. A lot of the time, you can't even tell the photo was edited. You can't even tell something was taken out or put in or, made bigger or smaller. I mean, generative edit here on the S25 Ultra just does such a great job. And I know those of you who have this device and use it, I'm sure you feel the exact same way. Now, yeah, there may be times where it's like, okay, it replaced what I try to get away with something else that maybe just doesn't go with the photo. So you got to do it again and get rid of it. But for the most part, I mean, it does such a great job. And not even just getting rid of one object out of the photo, but I've had one photo where I got rid of just, 2 lines of cars all the way up a street. And the outcome of the photo that it came up with was great. I mean, you couldn't even tell that I took all of those cars out of the photo. So just overall, I mean, the AI capabilities that is here on the S25 Ultra is so good, and it can only get better from here. And I'm sure Samsung is not done yet. I'm sure they are still, doing everything they can to improve it, to make it even better and make it even better. So when it just comes to the overall AI features in this device right here, and a lot of them I'm not even talking about right now. I know I said I would try to keep this, short and sweet, which I've probably already went on long enough. But the AI here on the Galaxy S25 Ultra, I mean, it is amazing. So, I mean, overall, over these past 3 months, like I said at the beginning of the video, my experience with the S25 Ultra has been a great one. It's been a great device, handles everything that I needed to and just so much more. Like I said, there's just those few things that I feel need improving on or need to be fixed. But if you have a Galaxy S25 Ultra for yourself, how's it treating you? Let me know down in the comment sections below. Is your experience like mine, or is it better? Is it worse? Let me know down in the comments. And if you have any questions at all about this device right here, maybe something I didn't answer, I'll try my best to answer it down in the comment sections below as well. But for now, thank you all so very much for watching. If you did like this video, make sure to give it a huge thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe, hit that bell for notifications so you don't miss out on any other future videos to come. Thanks for watching. This is Josh Quinones. I will see you on the next one. Peace.